Relief may be in sight for overheated South Islanders with a cool change forecast for tomorrow. This morning the Christchurch City Council decided not to impose water restrictions for now. But elsewhere in the island, many have been feeling the heat. Well, in Christchurch too, it's been very hot there. Katie Gossett reports.
Christchurch residents used 500 million litres of water at the weekend, the most water used in a weekend since the previous weekend, and that was the heaviest usage since 2009. A Christchurch City Council spokesperson, Tim Drennan, says if consumption gets much higher, water pressure could start to fall.
So at the moment the plant's basically running at capacity, so we're right on the cusp of having to implement water restrictions, but we haven't had any significant issues over the weekend, so it made the call not to implement them just yet.
Water restrictions are already in place in Southland, where residents can't use automated sprinklers, leave hoses running unattended or use water for prolonged periods. And Environment Southland says while rain fell over the weekend, it wasn't enough to have any real impact on groundwater or river levels. In the Tasman district, rationing begins on the Waimea Plains today. The Christchurch City Council says its reservoirs are well maintained and the region is expecting rain and cooler temperatures tomorrow. However, Met Service meteorologist Lisa Murray warns that might not bring enough rain for some.
Unfortunately, those showers probably won't quench that dry in the soil. You know, we have some very severely dry areas, really tough on the farming community when the soils get that dry. And talking to farmers, what they've said to me is that they really need a good 20 to 30 millimetres of rain for it to make a difference.
But any drop in temperature would be welcomed at Christchurch Men's Prison, where some inmates have complained their cells are overheated. One prisoner was taken to hospital on Friday night. Corrections didn't respond to questions about whether this was heat-related, but in a statement, the acting prison director, Dave Pattinson, confirmed the man was found unresponsive in his cell.
A prisoner at Christchurch Men's Prison was taken to hospital on Friday night at approximately 10 p.m. following a medical event. He was assessed and treated and returned to the prison on Saturday afternoon.
Mr Pattinson says he met with prisoners from a different unit last week to resolve concerns about the cells being too hot. He says prisoners can use fans and have access to drinking water. Further south, some Tamuka residents have been put off their drinking water after last week's discovery of asbestos in the town supply. A Timaru District Council spokesperson, Stephen Doran, says testing suggests the asbestos has come from a 7-kilometre section of the mains pipeline. Mr Doran says experts will consider either replacing the section or putting in a temporary filtration system. In the meantime, the council has been flushing out the water system through its hydrants.
It seems to show that there is a decrease in material being collected by those. And we've got loads of new samples coming in today, so hopefully that will show a continued decline in the material. But we are assuring people that the water is safe to drink if they just run it for a little while till it's clear.
Meanwhile, today, Mosgiel residents started getting chlorinated, fluoridated water from the Dunedin town supply, rather than the untreated bores used up until now. The change comes after the Dunedin City Council received advice that the risk of contamination of the bores was higher than previously thought. In Ototahi for Checkpoint, ko Katie Gossett tēnei.